Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Sam the Man 99 coming at you with another video, and today I am bringing you my predictions for Week 13 of the NFL season. Before I get into my predictions, last week I went 13-3, putting me at a season total of 103 wins and only 73 losses. Very, very good. Just a brief moment, Eli Manning being benched for the first time in his 14-year NFL career. 210 starts streak will be snapped for Geno fucking Smith. Giants are clearly tanking. They'll probably give up a lot to trade up to the number 1 pick to get their best player available, to get their quarterback of the future. I see Eli going to Jacksonville next year and winning a Super Bowl. So, on to the predictions this week. Kicking it off with the Thursday night game, we have the Washington Redskins traveling to AT&T Stadium in Dallas to take on the Cowgirls. Dallas can't score without Zeke. If it wasn't obvious enough, it's even more obvious now. I have the Redskins winning this one on the road. I mean, they played well against the Giants. I don't know how much that says. They played well against the Giants last week. Their defense is pretty solid. Actually, their defense is really solid. Their offensive line is getting healthier. I just think they're a better team than the Cowboys. So I have the Redskins winning in Dallas on Thursday. So, moving on, we have the first 1 o'clock matchup, the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. The Lions last week lost a close game on their home field to the Vikings. I think they'll come back this week and put on a better effort. I think they'll beat Baltimore on the road, even though Baltimore's the highest defense in terms of takeaways. I still think Detroit has a shot to win the NFC North, and this is one step in the right direction. So, moving on, we have my upset of the week, the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs have lost 5 out of 6, putting every team in that mediocre AFC West right back in the hunt. I got the Jets winning this one at home. Chiefs just don't look right. They suck. They really suck. Yeah. I got the Chiefs losing on the road. So, moving on, we have the Green Bay Packers hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs are supposed to get Jameis Winston back. That's good news for them. The bad news is they're playing Green Bay, and Brett Hundley actually played well last week, so for that reason, I have Green Bay at home. I think Brett Hundley will do the same this week. And they only lost by 3 to a very good Pittsburgh Steelers team, which if I am a Steeler fan, I am very, very concerned. So, moving on to the next matchup, we have the New England Patriots traveling to Buffalo to take on the Bills. New England's on a roll right now. They're winning this one. I don't care who's playing quarterback for the Bills. They're not winning this one, although they put a very good showing on a mediocre Kansas City team right now, who just should start thinking of a quarterback change, like benching Alex Smith for the quarterback I thought had the most upside in Patty Mahomes coming out of this draft class. So, yeah. La 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 la. Now, moving on, we have the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. The Colts didn't look good last week. Actually, they looked pretty well. They didn't win, though. They came up short. I got the Jags as my lock of the week once again. They're a really good team. That defense is very, very good. So I got the Jags winning this week as my lock. Moving on to the next matchup, we have the shit show of the week featuring the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. The 49ers announcing that Jimmy Garoppolo will make his first start as a 49er. That's good to see, and I think they'll win this game because of that. Jimmy Garoppolo in his limited time playing in New England, he looked very, very good. He seemed to get the offense, which makes me happy if I'm a 49er fan. I think the 49ers are winning this one on the road. Moving on to the next 1 o'clock matchup, we have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. The Falcons looking better and better and better. Looking better and better, baby. They just keep on rolling. And so do the Vikings. This should be an interesting game to see what happens to Matt Ryan. I'm going to take the Vikings this week. I think they'll win on the road. They are a very good football team. Mike Zimmer's an excellent head coach, and that defensive scheme he puts in play is the best of it all. So, moving on, we have the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. The Texans and Tom Savage really stink. Tom Savage sucks. He's just bad. And that's why I have the Titans winning this one at home, and that Houston pick will go to Cleveland in this draft, as they gave up that pick to get Deshaun Watson. So that should be interesting how that plays out. Cleveland could get a quarterback and could wind up with a first-round draft choice again, probably in the top 10. So let's see what they'll use that on. But yeah, I have Tennessee winning this one. On to the next matchup, we have the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. The Paxton Lynch experiment was a failure. He is not ready. Trevor Siemian looked good in his limited action last week, and that's why I think Denver is going to pick up a victory against an awful Miami Dolphins team. They're just god-awful. They stink. They stink. So I have Denver winning this one. Now we move on to the 4 o'clock slates. The Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Browns had kept it close for a while against Cincinnati, but Cincinnati pulled away in the end. I'm picking Cleveland this week to beat the Chargers. I just really want Cleveland to win a football game or two, so the Giants can get the number 1 overall pick. But yeah, I got the Chargers winning this week. Now moving on to the next matchup, we have the New York disgraceful Giants going to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Geno Smith is starting, and for that reason, the Giants will be losing, and the Raiders are my lock of the week this week. They're not losing to Geno fucking Smith. They better not lose to Geno Smith, or else that makes Ben McAdoo look like a fucking genius. Which pisses me off. Fucking Ben McAdoo. Fuck him. It's been a real annoying year for the Giants. It just can't get any worse at this point. Unless Geno Smith gets hurt and Eli has to actually come in, because for some reason Davis Webb's not the backup this week, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Why is he not the backup? I don't get it. The Giants don't have a clue in hell what the fuck they're doing. So, yeah. Raiders are winning. So, moving on to the next matchup, we have the Carolina Panthers traveling to the New Orleans to take on the Saints. The Saints coming off a victory. Oh no, coming off a loss, sorry. Coming off a loss last week. I think they'll rewrite the ship. I think they're a better team than Carolina. Alvin Kamara's a stud. What a draft pick. What an absolute stud he is. Great draft pick, and the fact that they were going to trade him to the Jets on draft day, decided to hold on to him, makes it even a better draft pick. Yeah, the Saints are winning at home. Moving on to the next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals won their game last week on a Phil Dawson 57-yard field goal, a new career long for Dawson. Yeah, the Rams are winning this one. They're just a better team in general. So, yeah, I got the Rams. Moving on to the next matchup, the Sunday night matchup. Here is my game of the week. The Philadelphia Eagles flying high, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. I got the Seahawks in this one just because of the 12th man, Carson Wentz. His first time playing against the 12th man. It's going to be a tough game for him with that stadium as loud as it is. I think it'll be close, but I think Seattle will take this one at home. And on to the Monday night matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals, better team than they look, better team than their record says, but they ain't beating the Steelers, even though they're at home. I got the Steelers winning this one on the road, and they're closing out Week 13. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if your subscribe button is red like the Redskin helmets, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Also, share the video, get this out there, tell your friends, family, etc. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed. And as always, stay thirsty, my friends, and peace out. Take care.